Hello everybody! We are here with my dear friend Dimitar Gradinarov in the surroundings of Sofia to tell you a few words about our story, mostly mine. Our will be the next time. My story with the golden eagles. We met each other in 1999 as part of a bird migration project led by our colleague Emilian Stoyanov in Kotel Mountain. This is when we met.
So, Ivo,
Yes.
tell me your story about your work about the conservation of various Bulgarian raptors, and especially the story of the conservation and scientific research on the golden eagle.
Okay,
Че трябва бърза скорост.
let's go. So I had this unexplainable passion for raptors from very early childhood. When I was about 6, my older brother showed me an encyclopedia with many birds. I was like, wow, incredible. There was no internet at that time, there was no movies. 2 or 3 years later, I found a book called Predators and Predatory Behavior in the Animal World, something like that. This book was incredible to me. There was a full account, like half page, of the golden eagle. I was absolutely thrilled, and few other raptors. A year later, another book by Professor Zlatozar Boev on the birds. Yeah, another title of encyclopedia, and there were 2 pages only about the golden eagle. I read them 100 times. It was almost like a meditation. And there was one very special photo, probably taken by surprise, of an eagle from the top of a cliff. I was looking at this photo for so much time.
When and where was your first observation?
It was around 1998. I was 15, 16. I remember a day like that, exactly like that, and the golden eagle Сините камъни, Eastern Balkan Mountain. Golden eagle circling above a голяма чаталка peak. It was unmistakable. Yeah, quite far away, but unmistakable. I have it still as a memory, as a image memory. We were with a friend, Tihomir.
It was an adult bird.
Adult, yeah. There was a pair. We didn't know the nest at the time. We found the nest the next year. We were so inexperienced that we found this big nest, but it was far, and we thought it is that small because we didn't have this experience with scale.
Measuring distance and...
So one of us was saying, "Oh, this is a huge nest," and the other was saying, "No, this is a small bird nest." We were watching it from something like 600 meters with binoculars. Yeah.
So, what's next? When did you met the first experts on raptors in Bulgaria, and how do they influence your love for the birds of prey and your knowledge and other things?
It was just a few months before this observation of the golden eagle. I was in the library of my hometown, Sliven, and there I found a small magazine by the Bulgarian Society of Protection of Birds, and I was absolutely amazed. And
That
I
there are
thought,
such people
yes,
somewhere.
because I was dreaming for so many years to have to find at least one friend who shares my interest in birds, in animals. And I was not able to find a friend like that since my early childhood until 15 years. So this is a period of something like 7 years, which at that time it was feeling like eternity. And then now I know hundreds and hundreds of people. But so yeah, I learned for BSPB that way, and quickly found the coordinator of the local branch, Girgina, and then many other people. And I'm often realizing that all we know, maybe 99.9% of all we know is knowledge by other people. Actually, it's not our own knowledge. The way we understand the nature, it's very complex, but most of this is just shown to us by somebody else.
At that time it was very important to know the right people, and by knowing them you can learn a lot of stuff. So this particular thing, the community of conservationists and bird watchers and nature lovers was crucial.
Yeah,
for sure. I remember the first time that we met near Sliven, Сините камъни, not, but Тополчане, the biggest field with susliks in Bulgaria. We met there in 1997. You were still in the high school, and we were making observation point near Kotel, Урушки скали, with Емо Стойнов, Наско Грозданов, Costa, and some other friends of ours. And we met you, and you bring us there and showed us at least probably 5 or 6 different birds of prey in the field, hunting for suslik, like goshawk, long-legged buzzard, imperial eagle, golden eagle.
yeah.
It was absolutely amazing.
I remember this day. I remember a moment when juvenile imperial was circling, and but quite slowly, and it was not gaining height. And Emo Stoinov said, "Oh, this juvenile is obviously still not very experienced on how to gain height. It seems that he's having some trouble." And I was very amazed by this comment by him, because at that time he was older than us, and he had a huge experience of raptor migration, observing raptors for several seasons at Burgas,
Yeah.
Bottleneck.
And also from Eastern Ross, the work with the vultures.
Yeah. So yeah, we learn constantly by each other. And this is the thing, we want to share this knowledge with the world, and there's so much to say, so much to share and connect.
How did you decide to start the work, particularly the scientific work on the golden eagle?
Well, it was a dream, but it was such a big dream that I almost didn't dare to dream about it. It was very big, like golden eagle, all of Bulgaria. Like it's like researching.
It seems like a pretty challenging thing to cover the whole country.
Yeah,
with all these steep mountains and different habitats.
So for a long time it was like an unimaginable dream. But I started gaining experience with other birds, other raptors for 5 years. During 2007, 2012, I was working in BSPB, again, Bulgarian Society for the Protection of Birds, as a coordinator of the Egyptian Vulture project. I have a funny memory about the time when I was starting it. It was the least attractive vulture at that time for me, but we had a project, and I convinced myself, saying, okay, At least it's a raptor. I should accept this. So yeah, we did a lot of work with our friends, Vladi, Dobry, Volen, and Ceti. Most of the time we were with them, and Marin had done a lot of work before that. Maybe we will show their photos so they can like, subscribe, and promote the video. Yeah, so this was 5 solid years with raptor work. During all this time we were going all over Bulgaria, mapping Egyptian vultures. And I used every chance to check the nearby golden eagle, or to use the opportunity to find some new pair, but they are quite distant one from each other, and it's not really feasible to work with one species and collect a lot of data for the other. So it was always far away in the periphery, and yeah, this was the most solid thing. And all over during these years, during my travels until 2012, this is 12 years ago, I was using the all possibilities to check some cliffs, to search for some new pairs. And there was a defining moment. In 2010, our colleague, who is the editor of the Bird Atlas in Bulgaria, Dr. Petar Yankov, he saw something in me, I guess, and he gave me the original database of the only big nationwide publication for the golden eagle, where we have all of the data for the nesting locations. It was such a huge gesture from his side, and I was absolutely thrilled. It was typewritten, not digital, typewritten, old school, and I was feeling like in the Middle Ages, if somebody gives you the Bible, which you have never seen but you can read, or something like that. So we digitalized it, and but for the next 10 years almost nothing happened until 2021, when I started a PhD on the golden eagle. And the story how I started the PhD is also quite there is a bit drama. So before that, since from 2012 until 2018, I left BSPB, I left the active ornithological work, and we married.
You started a family.
Started a family, and we had 3 children. God help them during these years. Yeah, but then we divorced. That's it. And in the day when I learned about the divorce, I called Professor Boev, asking him, is there a free place for PhD? And he said, yes, there is a free position. So I applied, and I was
National Museum of Natural History.
Yes, in the National History Museum. It was another huge dream, and I had the freedom to choose the topic, and it was the distribution of the golden eagle.
Very nice. And very important to have this opportunity, because it's very important to have the passion to do exactly what you really love, and not to do something for the sake of training some methods or analysis or whatever. So that's very nice and very important.
It was hardcore field work, mapping all golden eagles in Bulgaria, or at least as much as I can find and check. I did my best during these 3 years to check all of them. We had a few good publications, and we made a solid foundation for future work. Now all of the all of the data is summarized. We have fresh data from the last 2 years. The data shows that we have a decline, regional differences in the population. In some areas we have almost total crash of the population. In other areas we have stability. Other areas very slight increase, and other areas slight decline. So we have everything in this small area of Bulgaria, 111,000 square kilometers. And yeah, so the future is in front of us, what we will do in the future. And just a few days ago in BSPB we decided that we will give it a try to work more long term with the Golden Eagle, and as a first step to apply to the Ministry for for developing of national action plan. So
the future seems like pretty difficult in some ways, a lot of new challenges, but
the Golden Eagle is
it's
really very special bird, because I think it's blessed with the fact that it's not endangered because that way it can attract the biggest raptor lovers, because you don't have big projects for it. You're not paid for this work in many cases, and you are driven mostly by passion.
Yeah, that's very important. And you have all the passion that you need for this kind of work. But anyway, it should be done in a way that all the knowledge of our colleagues and friends and even from different organizations should be somehow used in this great work.
The big thing for this year is that we will be trying to make the first nationwide monitoring of the breeding success, and our approach will be to contact all dedicated and experienced raptor lovers and ask them to take 1, 2, 3 or more pairs for themselves in this year to monitor their breeding success, and I will devote time and I will check the ones that don't have anybody to check them. This is the plan. I hope you will help a lot also, and other people. Yeah, so we'll have people from all organizations. We'll have Green Balkans, we'll have Fund for the Wild Flora and Fauna, we'll have BSPB, the museum, individual ornithologists. Am I missing somebody? Birds of Prey Protection Society, very important. And at the end of the year, it's already planned, we will have a meeting at Buzlujahat in the heart of Bulgaria.
That's very nice.
Yeah, and we'll have everybody will have his 10 minutes to share his work of the year and the 1 or 2 pairs that he checked, and we'll have one evening together, all volunteer.
Very nice. So I'm wishing you great luck and many new opportunities to continue the work on conservation and scientific research on the golden eagles in Bulgaria, and not only in Bulgaria but like a broader picture on the Balkans and probably in some other remote and interesting places in the world.
Thank you, Mitko. And what else I want to say? Something very special. I really thank you so much. You've been a huge reason for me being able to continue during these years. I have had many times when I have been thinking of quitting, and the friendships are the ones that kept me in this and continuing.
Yeah, I think that this is very nice and very important for all of us, not only you, but sometimes you lost yourself in a way, but you need to find yourself again and continue with whatever you think is the most crucial and important for the conservation of nature and for yourself.
Yeah.